know, I haven't made a video in a while, a long time. Well, I've been really busy. I took on something that I've been talking about probably for about 4 years now. I just didn't know if I really wanted to get into it or not, and because I know it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of hand work and shaping and grinding and buffing and smoothing and laying out and all that shit. Well, the reason why I said I figure I'd get into it is because I have a nice gun audience, because you guys are awesome. I probably have, I don't know, I can't imagine subscribers being nicer than the ones I have. They're very generous, supportive, honest. And so I've been busy. I used to work in the steel industry. I mean, before I did that, I was a private contractor for myself. So I did carpentry, plumbing, and drywall and spackle. Just giving you some background, because it's all kind of related. It's all handwork stuff, and I get that from my father. He had a lot of people say he had hands of gold. The things my dad could do, it was unbelievable. And yeah, so I pretty much got a little bit of that from him. I got lucky to get blessed with a little bit of it, and I was always pretty good with my hands. And I figure, man, I can't think today. When I went to see a holster made for the first time, which was years ago at Philster, I'm looking at it, I'm like, this is no different than what I do right now. I think at the time I was working at Cornell Steel, and I said this to myself, this is really no different than fabricating. This is fabricating. It's just plastic instead of metal. It's plastic. I don't know if he remembers, but I remember mentioning it to him. This is something I know I could probably do. I said, really not interested in doing it right now, but I'm thinking about it, and because I wasn't sure if I would like doing it, because I really didn't like fabricating when I was over there at Cornell, because it was kind of I don't know, things we were fabricating, it wasn't fun. It was just stupid shit. But this is actually, you're creating a holster. It's pretty cool. So I figure, let me order the supplies and try it out, see if I'm good at it or not. So I did it, and I was surprised at the first holster that I made. To me, for the first time, it looked pretty good. There is flaws with it, that's why it's a prototype, but not bad. I seen the potential there, because I knew there wasn't much more to learn to get it on par. So I did it again and again and again. Now I'm at the point where I still have a lot to learn as far as different angles and stuff like that, but basic inside the waistband holsters and basic outside the waistband holsters are good enough to start putting out there. So still got a lot to learn, but I just have all these holsters here to show you that this is nothing. This is all I can fit on the table. It's just an example. I keep buying holsters. I keep buying them and buying them and buying them, and you know, I'll find ones that I like. I find ones that I really like, but and then a week later I'm like, nah, I don't think I like this. You know, so I come to the conclusion that my favorite kind of holsters is the kind of holsters like Century Gun Leather makes and Philster makes, and them guys. I like those kind of holsters. Okay, these are all from like Black Hawk and Blade Tech, and the Blade Techs are awesome. I gotta say, they really are. But I just like the way these type of holsters ride more than any of them. First of all, I like the way they look. This is the first one I made, so it's acceptable. It's okay. This is 80 gauge Kydex. My layout holes are okay, but they're not quite right. But it's not a bad holster. So I figure I'd show you this one, because this is the first one I ever made. It has the sweat guard in the back. As you can see, I didn't come up high enough, which I don't even think that's a big deal. It's supposed to come up to the top. But I was just trying it out, and I figure I got to this level on my first time, I thought it was pretty good. Now the next test was, I put it on and I was wearing it. I'm like, wow. I said, you know what? These types of holsters, I don't know why, I just like how they carry. They feel solid. They carry the gun perfectly straight up and down, right up against the body. That's what I like. That's what I want. So every time I make one of these, it carries the way I like it to. So I'm like, you know what? Screw this. I don't have to buy anyone's holsters anymore. I'm going to make my own. So I got to the point where, you know, I gave a couple people some holsters and to try out, and they really liked it. I still got to work on my buffing skills. It's not too bad, you know what I mean? I got it looking nice and shiny, like one piece all the way around, but I know I can get better at it. I can't show you because I just sold it. Or no, I left one at work too. I cut down on the amount of rivets I put in. I don't see a reason for all those rivets, so I just kind of took one out, spaced them out a little nicer. I wish I could show you because it's on the ones I'm making now. But other than that, that's pretty much an outside the waist I did for a Glock 19. Okay, for me, I like the retention to be medium. I just want it to snap in. I don't like a real hard snap. You know, I don't like a lot of retention in there. As long as it snaps in there, medium, and that gun's not going to come out of there, I'm fine with it. Okay, so just wanted to show you this is my first outside the waistband holster, which they don't look anything like this now. This was the first one I did. The new ones will have the same shape, a little bit smaller in because I try to make them as small as I can, and less holes for the rivets. And I don't use Phillips head screws. I use the Torx because they look nicer. Okay. I know some of you guys might say, well, you should use the Phillips head screws because not everyone has a Torx driver, so they can, if they want to take the clip or to have to change a clip. I understand that, but I just like the hex heads. They just, to me, they look nicer, and it's not hard to find a hex head. Give me a break, okay? So these are all the holsters I buy. You know, I just wear them, and I don't know. I have a bunch of inside the waists I've been doing, and they came out real nice. Actually, I like them. I'm more happier with them than I am with the outside that I did, because I'm hard to satisfy myself, and the inside the waist ones look really sweet. So I'm just putting this video out here. I'm not ready to sell any holsters right now to anybody publicly or mass produce, because I'm one guy and there's no way I can keep up. There's just no way I'll be able to. I have to get a system down. I have to figure some things out. I might need a little help because we got a pretty large audience, and I don't want you guys waiting 3 months for a holster. I don't want to be one of those guys where you order a holster or you send me an email and you never hear from me again because I'm too overwhelmed. I don't want that to happen. Yeah, so I don't even know how I'm going to handle that. But right now, this is what's going on, and right now I'm selling to local people at the gun shop, or a few people on Facebook that I'm friends with that I instant message once in a while. So it's kind of like, you know, I'm making like 2-3 holsters a week. You start off slow. I am not fast enough or have a system fast enough that I could take on like 100 orders. There's just, you guys be waiting forever. Alright, but it is in the works. I just wanted to show you what it is. The name of the company, if it does get going, will be called Armor Guard. Just something I came up with. Kind of sounds like Armory Channel. I didn't want it to call it Armory Channel holsters. To me, that's corny. So Armor Guard sounded nice, so we're going with that. And right now, it's in its infancy. You guys see what's going on, and that's it. The other thing is, these friggin' things cost a lot of money. These Rings blue guns, and I've been buying one here, one there, one here, one there. I got like maybe 15 of them. I mean, that's a joke. I mean, that's nothing. But this is the thing, got to put a lot of money out to start this. Get the Kydex and all the materials is expensive. It really is. So now I understand why these guys charge $60 to $90 for a holster, because first of all, it takes a lot of time to make one of these, and the material is expensive, and the blue guns are very expensive. They're like $40 to $60 a piece depending on which one you get. So you need a gazillion of these from all different kinds. So I'm just giving you guys a heads up what I've been doing. So, because I haven't been putting videos out. Another thing I wanted to show you is another set of LOX grips. He sent these to me. This they're made out of the I think it's G10. Wish I could remember, but it's pronounced LOX grips. I couldn't pronounce it before, and I'm not a huge fan of the Punisher logo, but this is really classy looking. I always thought like the Punisher logo was cool, but it's kind of juvenile looking. I don't know, but this is something I would actually put on a beautiful 1911. As you can see, the detail and his grips are second to none, best I've ever seen. And you know me, I have more 1911 grips. God, I got a drawer full of them. And LOX 1911 grips are the cleanest cut grips I've seen for any 1911. They're friggin' beautiful. He's got the notch out for the ambi safety. I mean, he just thinks of everything. And he's got his lock grip stamped on the back. And here are these other ones. These is if you have like an I was gonna put them on my my Sig Sauer Nightmare to show you how they fit, but I already did that in the last video. You guys, you know they fit great. They fit just as good, if not better, than the grips that you're going to take off your gun to replace them with these. And these are these black and OD green, beautiful G10 material. I'm pretty sure it's G10. It's really, really nice. So I just wanted to show you his custom grips. Very good price too for all this work. I love the scallop for the thumb. I'm a huge fan of that. So it's easier to reach the mag release. It's really, really nice. So there they are. Just wanted to show that real quick, and I will definitely put his link under the video. I know you 1911 guys, man, would love to get a set of grips from him, especially made in the U.S. You know what I'm saying? All that crap going on. Not many people are proud of our country, but I'll tell you what, the gun community sure to hell is. Thank God for you guys. I don't know what this place would be like. It's like a friggin', I don't know, a free-for-all. It's nuts. It's disgusting. It makes me sick. It really is. So, yeah, so and I'm sure any experienced holster maker is going to look at this video and say, well, this ain't laid out right and this ain't right, but you got to remember, this is the very, very first one I made, so works well, carries the gun well, and I like it. I use this one for work. Works awesome. But the ones now are a little nicer because I learned a little bit more. So I don't want to keep repeating myself. So that's it, guys. That's all I got for you right now. I'll do a video again saying, look, I'm taking holster orders. But right now, as far as like the internet goes, I just don't have the time right now to do that. Okay? But I just wanted to know what you guys thought. If it's a good idea or what. Alright, man. I will talk to you soon. Another thing, a couple guys were mentioning with the inside the waistband holster, because I like to use the clip. They're flush mount clip like this. This is a Roll Dog holster. I like this clip. It's nice and strong. It's fat. It's one big clip in the center. It keeps the gun locked into place. That's what I usually use on the inside the waists. Some guys say, why don't you use the leather belt loop? Why? Because I've had a million of those and the gun moves all around. It didn't come off. It won't come off. It'll stay. But this, the way these clips work, they go on your belt and they hook up under your belt and they lock that gun in nice and tight. So that's why I don't use the belt loop. But if someone requests a belt loop, I'll happily put it on for them. You know what I mean? There's not a wrong way or a right way. There's some people like it this way, some people like it that way. That's the way it is with holsters. That's what I'm learning. Alright guys, I will talk to you soon.